I grew up in a Christian home. I have 3 siblings, and my mom was able to stay home with us, and my dad, he still works for the same company, and he volunteered at church a lot. He was a worship leader there, and he did not have an easy childhood. Partnered with the stress of trying to be a perfect dad, and the stress of trying to provide well for his family, and the stress of trying to be the perfect Christian, it just overwhelmed him. And so for the sake of safety, my mom asked him to leave. And so that probably happened when I was around 8. So fast forward time, I'm at the awkward age of 13. And my parents are trying to work it out. They're going through marriage counseling. They were doing family counseling. And my mom left for the weekend for a women's retreat for her birthday. And so my dad was watching us. And that day, this just seared into my mind. My dad wasn't my dad. And I confronted him about it and defended myself. And he turned into someone I didn't know. And my brother David stepped in and he defended me. And he took a beating that was intended for me. And after that day, I just started to believe some lies that my father spoke over me during that time in his anger, and I began feeling such guilt. And I came to a point in my life where I truly believed with every fiber of my being that I was worthless to the Lord. And so I spent 3 weeks in a facility to help me become more stable, and I caught a glimpse of something that the doctor wrote, and he wrote, severely depressed, highly suicidal, and she has no hope. And it was true. At 14, I had no hope, and I had a plan for when I was discharged that I knew would not fail, and I was going to do it, and I was just going to end it, and so I wouldn't have to be a burden on my family any longer. My counselor gave me advice of, okay, write down everything that you believe. So I wrote down that, I was worthless to the Lord. So she wrote out verses to contradict the lies that I believed. And I was supposed to read those verses in the morning and at night and anytime I had a suicidal thought. And so I started doing this. And probably for the first 3 months, I felt like I was hitting my head against a brick wall because my feelings were more real to me than the word of the Lord. And so I just cried out to the Lord, like, Father, like, do something. Like, I need something to change or I'm giving up. And so I just continued digging in, and slowly, when I read those verses, I started asking why. Like, why do you love me? Why do you say I'm fearfully and wonderfully made? Why do you say that, there's hope for me? And after that, the why started changing into a thank you. Thank you, Lord, for dying for me. Thank you, Lord, for making me. And, it was because of his word that I'm alive. I think in this day and age, we just discredit, or we don't feel that the Bible is like the sword that he describes it as. That it's a weapon. It's powerful, and it's powerful enough to change your life if you let it.